Good evening and welcome to Source 16 News at 10. I'm Tammy Hancock. Near this hour, Marshall County and the City of Hardin have both activated executive orders banning outdoor burning until further notice. The burn ban includes all unincorporated properties in Marshall County as well as the City of Hardin until sufficient rainfall or until the burn bans are lifted by county and City of Hardin officials. Although the ground is moist, Marshall County Emergency Management Director Melissa Combs says vegetation remains extremely dry. After discussion with local fire chiefs and review of predicted chances for rainfall, Combs says the burn ban has been activated in hopes to curb the out-of-control fires that have plagued the county for the past week. According to Combs, subjects caught disobeying the burn bans could face a penalty and can be held liable for all damages created by an out-of-control fire. Parents always worry about their child being bullied, but due to modern technology, there is now a new kind of bullying parents may not even be aware of: cyberbullying. Not only does cyberbullying affect teens, it also affects the lives of adults. That's why the Hopkinsville Police Department held a news conference this afternoon to discuss the growing concern of cyberbullying.
Clear message should be we are not going to tolerate it anymore. If you can't police yourselves, we will police you. It's just that simple. We're not trying to take away any of your rights. We're not trying to take away your freedom to get things off your chest. We do, however, expect you to do it responsibly, and that's the bottom line.
According to Finley, the police department created the Cyber Crimes Unit last spring to prosecute severe cases of online bullying, specifically in internet forums.
We're going to find out where you are, who you are, what computer you use. You use your home computer, you know what? We're probably going to go get a search warrant. We're going to seize that computer and we're going to image it and we're going to send it, if necessary, to the regional computer forensics lab in Louisville. If that happens to be your smartphone, guess what? We're going to seize that smartphone. And we're going to go in there and we're going to pull everything up. We're going to know exactly when you logged on, who you logged on to, what you posted. We're going to know everything you said.
Assistant Commonwealth Attorney Whitney Westerfield says cyberbullying is a prosecutable crime.
Some charges that Detective Finley and we looked at: theft of identity. He spoke about people who are pretending to be someone else. And we've got a statute here in the Commonwealth of Kentucky for harassing communications that certainly addresses some of the things that these folks are saying. Manslaughter in the second degree, wantonly causing the death of someone else. If you were to peruse some of the topics, you'd see some of these posts, some of the threads are horrendous.
In addition, Detective Finley wants everyone to know that no matter what technology is being used for bullying, law enforcement officials can track and identify the offenders. If you are a victim of cyberbullying, please contact your local police department. Students at Hopkinsville Community College today got an in-depth look at what jobs are available in the human services field. HCC hosted their annual Human Services Showcase at the Auditorium Gallery for students looking for information in the major.
And what it is an opportunity for students to get to know people in the community who have jobs in human services or undergraduate programs in human services, which would be four-year programs.
Human Services Program Coordinator at HCC, Christy Sibley, says the showcase can help students who are about to graduate.
And the job market is very competitive right now with the recession, so I wanted to give students an opportunity to introduce themselves to the public and the agencies that are represented here and gather information.
Multiple departments at HCC hold showcases like the one today to help students explore career opportunities. The Murray State University Department of Theater recently received a major gift from a late Broadway and Hollywood actor. MSU graduate Hal Riddle of Fulton appeared in more than 400 plays and TV shows during his 50-year career on Broadway and in Hollywood. The executors of Riddle's estate recently presented his major gift to the chair of the Department of Theater, David Balthrop. Riddle appeared in shows such as The Fugitive, Little House on the Prairie, and Days of Our Lives. He also starred in 24 movies. The Murray State Alumni Association honored Riddle in 1975 with the university's highest honor, the Distinguished Alumnus Award. In 2007, he donated a collection of more than 1,700 pieces of rare Hollywood memorabilia, autographs, and original movie posters worth more than $350,000 to his beloved alma mater. Riddle passed away from an extended illness in 2009 at the age of 91. The Tennessee Department of Consumer Affairs is currently reimbursing and educating soldiers who were scammed by companies that engaged in predatory and deceptive sales and lending practices. The Attorney General's office lawsuit alleged that the practices by Britley Incorporated, which operated as the military zone, Lap Toys Computers and Electronics, Stuart Jordan, Millennium Finance Incorporated, and Rome Finance Company Incorporated, violated the Tennessee Consumer Protection Act. TDCI Commissioner Julie McPeak says, quote, "We're happy to facilitate getting money back to soldiers who fell prey to deceptive commercial practices, especially when they are willing to put their lives on the line to protect our freedoms." The Insurance Division's Consumer Insurance Services visited Fort Campbell today to educate soldiers on their insurance options. Meanwhile, the 101st Airborne Division just wrapped up their largest air assault operation with the help of an Iowa Army National Guard unit in Afghanistan. Military officials say the purpose of Operation Bullwhip was to establish security and a new government district center to connect villagers with the Afghan government in the Laghman province. In addition, officials say the mission is also the first step to one day provide electricity and power to more than 70,000 households in the area. At the end of the air assault, soldiers reportedly found 30 enemy weapon caches. A Fort Campbell soldier charged in a fatal wreck on Interstate 24 that claimed the life of a Hopkinsville woman last year has entered into a plea bargain with the Commonwealth. According to court records, 24-year-old Adelbert Eastway, who was originally charged with murder, pled guilty to second-degree manslaughter in a fatal wreck on I-24 near the Kentucky-Tennessee state line on April 2nd that claimed the life of 78-year-old Josephine Thomas. Court records indicate the prosecutor recommended an 18-year sentence. Prosecutors reportedly offered the plea deal because of a similar DUI murder case involving Antoine Rouse of Clarksville, who is now getting a second trial in a fatal wreck in Oak Grove that claimed the life of another Fort Campbell soldier. Rouse, who is charged with murder, was convicted during his first trial, but got a new trial after jurors told the defense attorney they made their decision based on information not in evidence, but rather on information they received from one of the jurors about parole eligibility. A Mayfield man is being recognized for turning a town eyesore into a home. Kyle Smith purchased a piece of property at 826 West Lee Street, knowing the Code Enforcement Board had scheduled it for demolition. With only a limited time to make improvements to the property, Smith turned it into a home that is now an asset to the West Lee Street neighborhood. Smith was recently presented with the Community Pride Award from the Code Enforcement Board, which recognizes people who make improvements in Mayfield neighborhoods. The Murray chapter of the National Federation of the Blind is holding their annual benefit auction this weekend. The chapter is raising money for 6 of their 12 members to attend the annual NFB National Convention in Orlando. The Murray chapter president Danny Perry told Source16 the National Convention is where members can come together and learn about what is going on in the world of the blind, like new technology and new legislation. Perry says over 100 different businesses participated in donating items to the auction like dinners, state park stays, and furniture. The benefit auction will be held this Saturday afternoon from 1 until 3 at the George Weeks Community Center on Poplar Street in Murray. For more information, you can contact Danny Perry at 270-753-0911. Consumer Product Safety Commission has announced a voluntary recall of thousands of Pampers pacifiers. Over 29,000 of Pampers Natural Stages infant ortho and bulb pacifiers have failed to meet safety standards and pose as a choking hazard to young children. The recalled Stage 1 ortho and bulb pacifiers were sold at retail stores nationwide from April 2010 through February of this year for about $6. Even though there have not been any injuries reported, consumers are urged to take the recalled pacifiers away from infants and contact Key Baby for instructions on returning the product for a full refund or $10 coupon toward the purchase of any Pampers Natural Stages products at 800-447-1224. Kentucky adults thinking about returning to college now have a free way to learn how to get started. The Kentucky Higher Education Assistance Authority has published a book called Adults Returning to School, and it's free to non-traditional students thinking about going back to school. The book provides information about entrance exams, financial aid programs, and Kentucky colleges and universities. It also includes information about adult education programs and general education development, or GED, testing centers, as well as other state programs that can help adult students. If you're interested in your free copy from KHEAA, email publications@kheaa.com. Two Hopkinsville Christian County Crime Stoppers fugitives of the week are behind bars. Hopkinsville police reports one of the fugitives featured last night, 19-year-old Keon Lacey of Hopkinsville, turned herself in at the jail around 8:45. She was wanted on several outstanding warrants, including the 4th-degree assault of Heather Dillard on June 27th of 2010, an unlawful transaction with a minor because she helped a 14-year-old juvenile during the assault that caused minor injuries. In addition, Lacey was wanted for 3rd-degree terroristic threatening and harassing communications for calling, harassing, threatening, and going to the place of employment of Jasmine Coleman on June 26, 2010. Lacey was lodged in the Christian County Jail. A second Crime Stoppers fugitive, 31-year-old Willie Coleman of Pembroke, featured during the week of March 30th, was arrested around midnight at a home on West 7th Street after police received an anonymous tip of his whereabouts. Coleman was wanted on warrants for probation violation and contempt of court. The arrest warrant states Coleman was furloughed on February 3rd to pay child support by February 7th or report to the Christian County Jail at 6 o'clock the night of February 8th, but he neither paid nor reported to the jail. So he's now charged with 2nd-degree escape. Another arrest warrant states Coleman was in contempt of court because of February 3rd. He failed to pay court-ordered child support. And a third arrest warrant says Coleman violated his probation after he failed to report and attend substance abuse treatment of a controlled substance after he was found convicted of possessing marijuana and drug paraphernalia and receiving stolen property over $300. Coleman was lodged in the Christian County Jail. Taking a look at tomorrow night's Mega Millions jackpot, it's up to $44 million, and Saturday's Powerball jackpot is $20 million.